All his life, Parankush was a very quiet guy. Born in India, raised in the calm, cornfield fields of Indiana, he thought he had a handle on the American dream. Parankush felt like he'd entered a parallel universe where everything was louder, faster, and more expensive. Even the homeless people were aggressively panhandling while wearing noise-canceling headphones, which made him wonder, are they getting money or are they blocking out the noise like me? That was until he landed in Los Angeles for college. Because in LA the stands for alien bedding down with strangers on the floor. His room was smaller than his childhood closet and he shared it with 3 other guys who were either shirtless or shirt optional. Everywhere Parankush heard cars honking in 12 different languages. When he asked what that meant, someone said it means welcome to LA. Frat parties haven't changed since Animal House, so maybe being slow wouldn't be a problem. But when he entered the dance floor, he realized times have changed. In no time, he posted his resume on Craigslist, a website his roommate described as the Wild West of temp work and sketchy landlords. Luckily, Parankush found a part-time job at 7-Eleven as a cashier. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid for his cup noodles and Wi-Fi, which ironically never worked during his online classes. Back in Indiana, at an Ed Sheeran concert, people would sing along to every word. And if so, he was worried he wouldn't win. Maybe this is my chance to make friends, he thought. When he finally glanced up, he noticed a new face at the counter. This guy was different. He was dressed in all black, had a shaved head and tattoos that peeked out from under his sleeves. He locked the front door, turned up the music, and put on his favorite concert t-shirt, the one with the hole in it from when he crowd surfed at the Ed Sheeran show. Let me introduce you to the godfather of Afrobeat. And with that, they were off. Life in LA was starting to feel like home. His coworkers teased him about his limited conversational skills, asking if he could master "How are you?" and "What can I get for you?" Still, he dutifully greeted each customer with a chipper hello, "How are you today?" Although he had no idea how many of them felt about their day. But after standing in line for an hour to get in, he realized the club was nothing but strobe lights, thumping music, and overpriced drinks. So he sat down in the corner and pulled out his phone. "Soul, sir? You got jazz, blues, and rock and roll, but where's the soul?" In the freezer section, sir, right next to the ice cream," the tattooed man sighed dramatically. "No, not that kind of soul. This place needs good vibes, man. Vibes, sir? Yeah, you know, positive energy." He scanned his Mountain Dew and bag of Flame and hot Cheetos. "I can bring the vibes, sir. Just name the day, really? You think you can fix this place? Of course, music's the answer, man. If you put some good tunes on, the good vibes will follow. Like this one song, it goes boom, 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 boom." The man began dancing, flailing his arms wildly, knocking over a display of slushy cups in the process. "Hey, watch it, buddy. Oops, sorry." Suddenly, the tattooed man straightened up. "Wait a minute, I recognize you from somewhere." "Really, sir? Where have we met before?" "I don't know, you remind me of someone. Someone with a very particular taste in music. Someone who likes the song boom, 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 boom. I told you, I like Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, man. You gotta spice it up. How about Fella Cutie? Ginger Baker, Miriam Makeba? Never heard of them, sir." "Exactly. That's why you need me. I can introduce you to the best music. Follow me." With that, the mysterious man grabbed Parankush's sleeve and dragged him to his car. As soon as he opened Instagram, the DJ started playing a song he recognized. Was that Ed Sheeran? Yeah, it was, and the whole club erupted. Here in LA, they sang along to the beat, and by sang, I mean screamed. But then he'd overhear phrases like "that class was such a vibe check," and he'd Google vibe check in his spare time. He got lost in thought at the party. He missed his mom's cooking, his friends from school, and even the familiar faces at the local gas station. In LA, his biggest decision was whether to go for the double shot gin and tonic or the gin and soda water. What did it mean to be an adult? Why did no one ask him that during the college tour? Vibe check and a social evaluation of one's character, style, and general aesthetic. Okay, maybe he didn't need to Google it. He just needed to listen more in class. Where everyone's driving is aggressive except for your mother, she drives defensive. While still lost in thought, next thing he knew, someone tapped him on the shoulder. Do you want to come back to my place or should I get an Uber? Oh, I actually have to work tomorrow morning. So maybe next time, sure. And with that, they started chatting. I couldn't help but notice you know all the words to this song, he said to her. The girl had long flowing hair and a smile that could light up the club. Parankush blushed. I'm sorry, I just really like Ed Sheeran, me too. Come dance with me. She took his hand and led him to the dance floor. Parankush wasn't sure if that was a compliment or a threat. He had a fun-filled evening with the stranger girl. LA hit him like a Bollywood action scene. The moment he stepped out of LAX with his two giant suitcases, that's how much he had to pay for a room that looked like a prison cell. Parankush was painfully aware that he was neither fast nor fun. All his life he'd been called hardworking, intelligent even. But here in LA, those traits were like having a pet rock. No one cared. Sometimes when Parankush woke up, he'd find a note on the nightstand saying, "Welcome to LA. We don't do chores here. We pay people to do them." But come eviction day, they all huddled around the kitchen table forming a human chain to pass the rent check to their landlord. First stop, the Airbnb, or as he'd soon learn, the Airbnb. So let's talk about rent. $1,800 a month, and then there was the traffic. At least he could speak English, unlike some of his classmates. In lectures, people spoke fast. In parties, they danced faster. When he walked into his first frat party and saw the keg stand, he thought. Parankush quickly left the party feeling more homesick than ever. To survive in this new world, he needed a job. After awkwardly declining several invitations to go clubbing, Parankush finally caved. He couldn't help himself. He started singing along. As they swayed to the beat, Parankush thought to himself, maybe LA won't be so bad after all. Then his date stopped abruptly. Back in the cashier aisle, alone again, surrounded by his gum and lottery tickets, Parankush wondered if LA was just one big game of musical chairs. The weeks passed and Parankush started feeling like a regular at 7-Eleven. One particularly slow shift, Parankush cleaned the same coffee stain off the counter 14 times. This place needs more soul, the guy suddenly said, startling Parankush. For the first time in his life, Parankush was excited to go home. Then his new friend banged on the door. Startled, Parankush unlocked it. Come in, I've been waiting for you. Subscribe and like the video, comment what you think of Parankush's story so far, and don't forget to subscribe. Episode to bring some unexpected friendships and Afrobeat. See you.